Praise the ancestors, praise the universe. What's up, guys? It's Achille. I'm back with another video, and it's been pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty rough, but we've been trying to get through it. I've been trying to get through it. Been trying to get other people to be okay. Um, yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety. Been dealing with a lot of stress. I've been overcoming depression, but I've been, I've been so anxious and stressed. Um, you know, I think when you look at what was going on around the world and what's going on, you know, you just look at what's going on around the world and how everything's gone this year. I think your question is, can we just put in salt? If we put in salt, we'll be fine. Like, will it recharge? Will it be refreshed? You know. Um. Yeah, but seriously, just going back to the beginning of the year. Um, I think I'll talk about this video. I'll talk about this video. Okay. I was gonna talk about something else, but I'm going back to the beginning of the year, and most notably, something did happen in January. So I know that there's a picture of me, and I think every guy I know um, has around my age has had a Kobe Bryant jersey, right? As a baby, more specifically, every guy I know when they were a baby, they've had a Kobe Bryant jersey, had an AI jersey. You know, like your parents just buy you things and you just wear them and you're just, oh my God, remember you wearing this? You look so cute. Yeah. Um, and you get older and everybody, you either love Kobe or you hate him. That's how it was. And everybody says the same thing. Oh, he's an asshole. He's a ball hog. He's a crybaby. You know how they do. You know how everyone does. I used to think he was a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was a piece of shit. Thought he was just hella selfish. I used to think he was hella selfish. But you grow, and I did grow, and he's my favorite basketball player ever. Now, I say he's been my favorite basketball player since his last year. I'm gonna tell you something that makes me so mad when I think about it. This makes me so mad. I'm still mad to this day, and due to the circumstances, I'm still like it kind of rose up. My anger about it rose up. So the day Kobe was set to have his last game, when he had his last game, the Warriors were about to get 73 wins, and they were about to go against the Grizzlies. Why the hell did I choose to watch the Warriors play the Grizzlies? Whoever they played, the Grizzlies, Timberwolves, I don't know who it was. I chose to watch that, and then I fell asleep. So I knew it was Kobe's last game, and I thought to myself, okay, he's gonna get at least 45. Like, this is his last game. He's gonna get at least 45 or something. Why the fuck did he get 60? And I missed it. I was so mad. Like I woke up. I think I woke up like 4 in the morning, and I was like, yo, let's see what happened with the Kobe's last game. Um, I was shocked. I was very shocked, and it was kind of hard to go to sleep because I was like, wow, he really dropped 60 in his last game. And then just watching the highlights and watching how everything was, I was like, that's magical. That's really magical. And when you go back to that season, what makes him getting 60 even more so amazing is that his body was just breaking down. His body was, he was really an old ass man. He was an old head. And he fought through, dropped 60, and got the W. That was magical to me. And so I kept watching Kobe. I watched him talk. I was always listening to Kobe talk about things. And I guess one of the things I noticed about Kobe, at least in my eyes, was that he was very content with leaving basketball. He seemed like a much more content person. I mean, he was always calm. Um, you know how he was as a player. I mean, we all know how he was as a player and everything. But um, I got to really just learn his mind through these interviews, through countless interviews, even dating back to when he was young, he was so different. Um, I got to learn he was a very intelligent person. He seemed like somebody who had life figured out. I don't know if we have life figured out or if we've grasped and a certain amount of knowledge and intelligence about life, and the way he just presented everything, the way he came across, I was just like, wow, like he's awesome. He's really awesome. And then, I love basketball. I'm always hooping. So when I was hooping, I would just, I would shoot the ball and just be like, Kobe. um, but then years go on, and I was so hooked. I was hooked on him, and watching highlights, I was hooked on to listening to him talk. I was always down to hear him talk, and I like detail. I like detail a lot. I used to like it. He felt like he felt like a teacher to me. He felt like a teacher. He felt like a life coach. He felt like a therapist. He really was. He felt this this big brother or a father, and just each. I mean, he was so many things. I can't even pick one. I really can't even pick one. Um, and seeing what he was doing for women's basketball, I think that is a very underrated thing. Considering that there's a lot of jokes and people say what they will say about women's basketball, what he was doing for it. I mean, to me, it's like if you really like basketball, you're gonna appreciate all of it and whoever plays. And regardless of the WNBA isn't up to the level of the NBA, you still have to respect them as they made it. And his daughter she was great. She was a great hooper. And I remember seeing an interview and just hearing her talk, and I was like, yo, she's just like him. Like, she's different. And that was I don't know. I mean, what happened in January to him and his daughter, her friends, his friends, and just what happened to everybody on that helicopter was tragic. That was tragic. And I think I think it was so heartbreaking, not just to lose him, but he lost his daughter, and other people lost their children too. And that's what kills me. It's not just about Kobe and Gigi. Not to take anything away from their death, but it's not just about them. When you really look at who was on there, families were on there, and that is really heartbreaking. That's really, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I can't imagine losing some of my best friends like that, your family, anybody in your family can be your best friend, your wife, husband, um, anybody can be your best friend. Your children can be your best friend. It is very heartbreaking that he had to go out like that. It's very heartbreaking that she had to go out like that. It's very heartbreaking that the pilot had to go out like. It's very heartbreaking that everybody had to go out like that. Her friends, you know, they're never gonna get to grow up and see the things, and they're never gonna grow up to experience the things that they should have experienced. Unfortunately, there are no, there are no, you know, how do I say this? I guess we can't make our own rules as to when we want to go, you know. And we don't know when we're going to go. But it's very heartbreaking when you can't reach adulthood and you can't reach, well, even your adolescent years. It's hard when you can't go to high school, you can't go to prom, you can't experience the graduation, and the feeling of all your friends around you, all your classmates throwing that cap and gown up. You know, your parents taking pictures, everybody's just happy, and you know that was a very difficult thing to think about, and it's very difficult to think about right now. Um, but when I see that, like when I see just anybody that isn't able to grow to see things that they should see in life, and it's very heartbreaking to me. And even though he was, I'm gonna go to Kobe real quick. Even though he was 40, that's 40, 40, 41, I believe, 41, 41. Um, and I was very hurt because one, that was my icon. Two, that was out of nowhere. And when I got the alert from TMZ, I was so pissed off. I was like, that's fake. I'm like, that's fake as shit. I'm like, there is no fucking way. And then I saw a tweet from Luka Doncic, and he was like, this can't be true. And I was like, okay, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And other players started tweeting things. And then I think what did it for me when I realized this was real was when Woj tweeted it, and I was taken aback. I was just like, this is unfucking believable. Then LeBron was crying, and I was just like, oh my god. I'm like, there's no fucking way. And before that, LeBron had just passed him on the all-time list in Philly. And I was in that moment when I realized he was really gone. Um, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how. I was angry. Um, I was very angry. I was very distraught. I was shocked. But then when it came out that his daughter was there, I I was just like, that is so unbelievable. And I couldn't believe it. And just 5 months later, I still can't believe he's really gone like that. I can't believe he's not gonna. I mean, even when we look at children, you know, you want children to experience things. You always want the parents to experience their children's success. He doesn't even get to see his little baby grow up. He doesn't get to do whatever he wanted to do with Vanessa, with Natalia, with Gigi. He doesn't get to do. And I left out one of his daughter's name. I don't remember her name. I apologize for that. Um, I feel disrespectful saying his other daughter, but I mean, I feel very bad. I don't know her name, but I believe he has four daughters. So I apologize for the other one I don't know. Um, he doesn't get to experience their growth, and I think one of the beautiful things being related and connected to somebody is the growth. Seeing how far they come while you're with them, no matter how long you're with them, just seeing how far they grow, seeing how far they've come, and how much better they're ascending every day. It's beautiful. And so when you don't see that, when you miss out on that, it's like I don't know how to I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's like a loss. It's really a loss. I mean, that's really what it is. It's a loss. Loss isn't just losing a soul. I mean, to everyone, loss. I mean, to me at least, loss is it is the unfortunate. It's a it's something unfortunate that you don't just lose that person. You lose what could have been. You lose just opportunities, chances. You lose a lot when you lose a person, and it's not just I can't be with them anymore. You can't talk to them. You can't. I mean, you can't physically talk to them. You can't physically talk to them. You can't hug them. You can't physically tell them you love them. You can't do the do just whatever. You just can't do whatever. And it's very upsetting to me that I can't, and all of us will not be able to see his daughter get drafted into the WNBA. We will not see Kobe make his Hall of Fame induction speech. We will not see a lot, and it's very disappointing. We won't see Kobe become a billionaire. We won't see him become a billionaire. We won't see him. Won't see him do a lot. I was waiting for him to become a billionaire, but for me, it's deep because I won't be able to talk to him. And I always wanted to talk to him because I just wanted to have. I wanted to have an entire. I don't know. I just wanted to have hours with him, training in basketball. I wanted to have hours with him, talking to him about life. I wanted to meet. I wanted to meet his family. I really think deep. I always want to get to know somebody's mind and soul. I always want to get to know their heart. I always want to get to know more in person. An interview will only give you so much. And even though he does have hours and hours and hours and hours of interviews and talks at colleges, whatever, it's I need to do it myself. I need to find out myself so then I have the full understanding of how this person works and how all of this happens. And to me, it's just I don't know. I feel like I really lost a lot of what could have been. They say you can't miss what you never had, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You miss what you can't have because you know what it would have been if you had had it. And you know how different things would have been if you had had that. So when people tell me that, when people say to me, you can't miss what you had never, sorry, you can't miss what you have never had or something like that. I say fuck that. I say bullshit. And I just list the reasons why. You know? And I guess I wanted to just really do a lot of things and have a lot of talks with Kobe Bryant and get to know everything about him and just get to know him as a person because he was so interesting to me. And I look at other people I'll never get to meet. XXXTentacion, Heath Ledger. And there's so many people. There's so many people that I can't even name right now. But that's a very difficult thing that I'm still trying to deal with. And hearing his voice, seeing pictures of him, seeing videos, it's not the same anymore. It means a lot more, but it also hurts a lot more. But I dedicated myself and I committed myself that I had to work hard for everything. And I shouldn't have did that just because he died. I should have been doing that, but I took that more serious. And at this point, I've been better. I've been better, and I've been better, and I've been an addict to working hard. I've been addicted to attaining success. I've been addicted to being better. I've been addicted to growth. I've been addicted to obtaining everything I want, doing everything I want, and just getting out of where I am. And just make it better for me, make it better for other people. And I really just want to make a lot of people happy. I want to make a lot of people feel joy, euphoria. I want to make a lot of people think. I want people to feel like they've gained something. And, for me, my mentality isn't strictly for myself. It's for other people, you know. And that I feel as though that I can definitely change a lot of things with the world. I think I can. I know I can do a lot. I know I can change the world. I know I can do a lot of things that'll be impactful. And I just hope everybody who is with me now is on for the ride. And I'm gonna wrap this video up. If you guys enjoyed, Everybody stay safe. Have a good day.